So here we are at a downstream section of Beaver Creek, and we see a couple things here. We have a pool section going into a run, a flowing stream, pretty much laminar like we saw up above, and that goes down into this riffle section, and we'll get the dissolved oxygen concentration in this riffle section. And at the bottom of that riffle section it enters another pool where we have flowing water, kind of a run, and then a slow, very long, fairly deep pool in this section. And as we move along this section, we also see the steep bank on the far side that's been eroded by the moving water on the outside of the stream. So in addition to that bank, that erosion has led to the buildup in the stream of significant amounts of sand and sediment and silt. So we have a silt bottom here in the pool section, whereas as we get over here to the riffle section, we have the cobblestone pebble bottom similar to what we saw above. So we'll take the dissolved oxygen measurements at a couple of the locations throughout this pool to see how the oxygen varies within this pool itself. And we'll start taking the oxygen measurements in this riffle section. So we'll come downstream and measure the oxygen concentration in this riffle section. I have to turn the instrument back on so it's warming up. And now extend the probe and again try to sample just off the bottom of the current. And it looks like I'm going to have to hold it in place because the current's moving pretty briskly at this location. So the instrument is ready to be read. So I'm going to put the probe in the water and press the green button for read, and it's going to start taking measurements. Like the riffle section above, this section is only about 6 to 8 inches deep, and I'm measuring the oxygen concentration about 2/3 to the way to the bottom, so about 2 inches off the bottom of the pebble bed. So at this location, we have a different temperature. The temperature is 18.6 degrees at this location. So this location flows through a lot more sunlight upstream so that we get a higher temperature of 18.6 degrees, so that's a higher temperature, and we also see a correspondingly lower dissolved oxygen reading at 8.46 milligrams per liter, which is substantially different than we had above, in part due to the higher temperature. So as we move out into the current of this stream, we'll also see into the deeper pool, we'll see what the temperature and dissolved oxygen concentrations are in that section.